Welcome back to the lab. If you watched the previous video, let me put a card, whatever. Hampton Downs, final round NZ Superlap series. No pressure, have to win to win the series overall. Track's a bit wet and slippery, so we're not going to worry about that for the first session. I think we're put in about 4th position in the cars, just because of where we finished up at Taupo with the clutch slipping and stuff. I think we were 4th overall, so it's just the way it works. Those will all get shuffled around during course weekend depending on what happens, so we're going to have to put up with those carts in the background giving us all carbon monoxide poisoning and hearing damage. This is the way it goes. Wind blowing at this direction. I'll have revenge with March later on. Car's all wet, lots of moisture inside it. It was outside last night. It's not particularly waterproof. Need to look into that and make things a bit better there. Otherwise it's going to be a learning curve with the new clutch, see how that goes. Okay, first session done. First disaster of the day, I've forgotten the GoPro. So that's not very good, eh? Difficult to get footage from inside the car without the camera. Could pop down the road to Repco and I could get a cell phone mount and smash this one up on the windscreen and would be pretty much good to go. Probably won't do that. We'll just try and keep it clean, tidy and sensible today. Remember the camera tomorrow, Glenn. So pretty entertaining conditions out there. Not much of a dry line in some places, and if you go in just a little bit hot and wash out, then you're in the slippery, wet, oily, cold, not grippy stuff. Having said that, I've taken P1 for the session, so the first session of the round, so we are where we need to be at the moment, but things will change. The weather is going to play a big part in how this all plays out. So I've done a 1:12.8, which is a couple of seconds and a bit slower than what the car can do and has done in the past, but it's a couple of seconds faster than our mate Greg is likely to do, not being rude, with his MR2, so we're clear of him. The Evo that would need to come 2nd place to put Greg in 3rd place, the Evo did 1:16 or something, so Greg's actually in front of him. So if it all stopped and we couldn't race anymore, I don't know. No, I'm not going to do the maths. I'd be 2nd or something, and we wouldn't take out 1st place, I don't think. But like I said, things will change, things will move on, so let's see how all that goes. Car went good, didn't have any problems. One missed gear change, just me not smashing down on that pedal hard enough. It is a heavy pedal. I think I need to bleed the clutch, to be honest. Even though it was bled, it still seems to be a little bit too far at the bottom of the pedal, a little bit long on the travel. I'll get away with it for this weekend. I could put it on trailer and do that piece of cake, but the ground's all wet. Yuck. Brakes also, after 3 or 4 laps, get a bit yucky, so maybe something to look into there. Alright, I'll keep you updated. Okay, so end of the day, pretty boring video for you guys actually, because what I've decided is that beastie that's on trailer there behind us, it's going to go home. It's going to go home because those head gaskets aren't holding. The VQ35DE is an open deck block, so I'm just going to turn the GPS on so I can drive home. What that means is the bores are sort of hanging in the breeze with nothing around the top of them to hold them, and the cylinder head's clamped down on top of that, and obviously there's a head gasket in between top of the bores and the cylinder head. So when it's an open deck, those bores can sit there if you're running lots of power, and they can wriggle around because they're not supported, and then of course the head gasket's not sealed very well. It's going to leak, you're going to get combustion gases into your cooling system, and you can pump all the water out of your cooling system. In this case, it's not all the water coming out, it's around about 1.5 to 2 litres. some of that is a thermal expansion of the water. Obviously, as it gets warmer, it expands and there's more of it. There's close to 20 litres in the system because the radiator in the front, big long pipes to the back. So probably losing something like a litre and a bit each session. Sort of not ideal. I can perhaps try a slightly stronger radiator cap that'll hold a little bit more pressure, and that'll reduce that by a little bit. But the reality is I've just done, in the third session, tried the old smooth as fast routine. Did a 10.7, I believe it was. So we're 0.0, whatever it is, 0.3, 0.2 away from a PB anyway, on tyres that are now 14, 15 months old and a track that's not particularly grippy. We're miles ahead of everyone else in Superlap as far as lap times go. So we're first place for this round is pretty secure. I say that very carefully. I'm unlikely to go out there and go significantly faster, maybe a little bit tomorrow if I decide to return. But I'll come back for prize giving, right? But not necessarily with the car. Everyone else's places are unlikely to change from where they are, and Greg's done very well. Greg's got himself second place, so that puts us, I don't know, second maybe, I don't know, maybe third, who knows. But we didn't quite get PB, basically matched it near enough, depending on if you want to split hairs over 0.03 of a second or whatever it is. So and just watching all the traffic. I'll go home, I'll have some dinner. I think we're having pizza, a good sleep. The weather's supposed to be good tomorrow. I'll see what time I wake up, how keen I am. I can just try another radiator cap, top up the cooling system, and the track might be grippier tomorrow. Give it another crack. Remember to bring the GoPro, I guess, that'd be a good thing, and then you get some footage. But definitely return and go to the prize giving anyway. So well done to Greg, good stuff. You guys will see on the front of the car, it's a mirror image. It might be a bit hard to see, but we've got Penrite on board as a sponsor. That's awesome. I'm stoked with that. I'm disappointed the car's not running as good as it could be right now. Obviously nothing to do with Penrite products and stuff. This is a issue with the seat. Well, issue. This is a known thing with the VQ35 when you're pushing higher power. There's going to be a crash in front of me soon, maybe, no? We were pushing the limits of what you can get away with without some other modifications to the block. We need a thing that's called a block guard. You put that around the top of the bores to steady the bores. So I'll get a couple of those ordered from the States. They're actually really cheap, like 160 bucks each or something. You just got to tear the engine apart and put them in, right? So that takes more time than what we've had while we've been fluffing around changing clutches and things like that. Speaking of which, clutch is awesome. That's great, works good. I adjusted the pedal today and that's mint. Everything's working good there. Gearbox is not happy, very noisy. Kind of getting towards the limits of what that will handle. Have to sort something out with that. Can do in the off season before the start of next season. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry it's a boring video, all talking, all my face, no action. I'll do some filming tomorrow. Yeah, I'll come back with a camera and film some other cars and stuff and things and do a couple of interviews. How's that sound? Alright, cheers, boy.